So here we are over at my cabinet that I keep them in. And again, we're trying to determine what any of us want to do, especially as beginners that don't have a lot of experience. So we want to know, are the tarantulas content? Are they happy? Are they doing what they're supposed to be doing? Because that's what tells you whether your setup is right. If they're pacing, if they won't settle down, if they're stuck to the top of the container, that's not good. You want them to be doing the things that they're supposed to do, and each species is a little bit different. For instance, my H-Mac, my Heteroscrotum maculata, I'll show you that. They're arboreal, but they'll also spend time on the ground. So you want to see that they're up in their webs, they're down on the ground, and that they're webbing. They're doing webbing up in the branches you put in there. If they're webbing those branches up, if they're making little cocoon webs, they're exploring on the ground, that means that the environment is right for them. They're happy with their enclosure. So that's it right here. So this is my H-Mac, and I'm just going to take the lid off here and let you see inside. So you can see he's webbed things up pretty well. He's sitting right there on the branch. He's up in the air. He's got it all webbed up in there, webs up there. So he's happy. All that's webbed on the ground, and he'll take dead prey when I put it in there because he's not big enough to subdue the crickets yet. And I'm seeing, just if you notice there at the very back of his abdomen, kind of it looks a little bit dark, so I don't know if he's going to be beginning the pre-molt. We'll see. They get fed tonight, so we'll see if he takes it. I think my last feeding he didn't take the cricket, so he may be heading in the direction of a pre-molt. But he's happy in there because look at the home he's made for himself. So that means he's content. Things are going well for him. He likes the enclosure that he's in. And again, with the spiderlings, you can see that condensation that's in the soil and a little bit up on the walls, that condensation there. Normally that's not good. You don't really want to have that. But with the spiderlings, it's okay to have a little bit of extra moisture. So they're happy with that, and it's especially good during the molting season. Or when they molt, rather, not the molting season. Now here's my Acanthoscurria broccolahursti. Now these here, they don't, they're terrestrial. They're not obligate burrowers, they're opportunistic burrowers, but he's made a burrow for himself, and again you see the condensation. He's rearranged his enclosure the way he likes it, and I'll show you that here. You'll see there he's dug all that out, made that deep burrow for himself, goes all the way under the cup, piled things up, he comes out, he explores, he waits for prey out there. So again, he's comfortable in the enclosure. He likes it. He's behaving as he's supposed to behave, as a tarantula is supposed to behave, as a Acanthoscurria broccolahursti is supposed to behave. In the next container here, I have my Lacidora parahabana, my Brazilian salmon. Now they don't burrow a whole lot. In fact, even as adults, they stay out. They like a hide, and they stay out. You see the condensation again. There's quite a bit in there. I've got it at a high moisture and humidity level for the spiderling, and this Brazilian salmon, he's out quite often. Almost every time I look in here, he's on top of the hide, he's on the side, he'll go under it and sit under it. He takes prey, dead prey, when I put it in there. So he's made this his home, and he is acting as a Lacidora parahabana is supposed to act. He's doing what he's supposed to do. So I know he's comfortable with his environment. Now we move over to our biggest one, what is this? This is the Cereopacopus shote, the Malaysian earth tiger. Again, you see all the condensation there. Now he's very active and out, and in fact you can see him right there through the glass. Now I'm going to show you his webbing. He just tucked back in, but look at the home he's made for himself in here. I mean, it is webbed everywhere. He's taking down medium-sized crickets every time I put him in there. So again, you can see by this and the fact that he's out and he hunts at night, you can see that he is happy with the enclosure, the humidity levels, the temperature levels in here. That's demonstrated by that. Now the only one we can't be completely sure of, and I have a little extra humidity in here, the Brachypalma bomi, the Mexican fireleg. He hasn't eaten since I got him, so it's been a little over a week. He's made a bit of a burrow and he is down in it. He hasn't come out of there for 4 days now. So he may be getting to the time where he's going to molt, maybe in the next week or so, because he hasn't even left his burrow. But that's normal behavior for the molting, so humidity's pretty high in there. I'm keeping it kind of high for him. Hopefully it'll help them in the molt. But these are indications that they're happy with their enclosures, they're happy with the temperature, the humidity, they're happy with the substrate because they've made it their home. Now I had mentioned in a previous video that I don't really like the Dunkin' Donut cups. They work great as far as an enclosure and holding enough moisture in there for the spiderlings, but they're just tough to see in. You know, they got all the writing and lettering on them, so I will be replacing them soon. I ordered from Jamie'sTarantulas.com. I ordered some of her custom enclosures that she uses for her tarantulas. She sells them. They're really cool. They're perfect for what I need. And when I get them, I'll do a review for them. I'll show you what comes with them. They're very inexpensive for all that you get. She sends a lot of stuff with it. The enclosure, some substrate to put in it, silk plants, some cork bark, all kind of stuff that comes with it for next to nothing. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. I've ordered it, should be in the next couple of days, and when I get it I'll show you those, and then I'll do the transfer video where I transfer each one of these guys to its new enclosure.